What's up guys, Shum here and welcome to the big 2026, and with that I've just hit the big old age of 22. Yippee, you know, give me happy birthday wishes. Or don't, you know, I don't really care. And as of lately, this has nothing to do with my birthday. As of lately, I've been getting a lot of these Jubilee videos in my recommended. So, and one of those videos caught my attention. It is titled "If Exes Were 100% Honest." This is, I guess, one of their split decision series, which I don't think they do anymore because I checked out their channel and I haven't seen a split decision video posted since 2 years ago. So, you know, that's fun. But yeah, this video stood out to me because I watched a little bit of it and now I'm furious, and you'll see why in a little bit. Other than that, let's get right into the video.
First prompt is, I will miss having sex with my ex. Ray, how about you? 1 to 10, how would you rate
sex with Mia?
It's like a 6.
A 6?
Yeah, it's like not bad sex.
Dang, that's insane. That's quite the icebreaker question. I will miss having sex with my ex. That kind of rhymed. So I was not expecting that to be the first question when I first watched this video. I thought it could be a little bit more wholesome, like, oh, you know, I missed the memories or something, or I had a ton of fun while I was with them. No, it's just, you know, I missed the sex. I forgot how horny Jubilee can be. I mean, granted, they did hire a adult star in one of the videos. Don't ask me how I know. But damn, Ray out here shooting the shots, all right? That's a crazy thing to say. So Ray, you know, how was sex with Mia? You know, was it good? Was it passionate? Did you like it? Yeah, it was pretty mid. You know, it's not the best, not the worst. You know, it's definitely, it's on the list, you know, but it's definitely nothing to write home about. So it was something.
What attracted you both together?
So he's not my type at all. So then, yeah, so it was only after that he grew on me, then I was like, I do like taller, bigger guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so then now he's very attractive to me. We were together for 8 years.
And we broke up about 3 years ago. We broke up because of trust issues and respect issues for each other and communication.
Not looking too good for the top couple here. So they dated for 8 years and broke up because of communication and trust issues. So that's already a bad sign. And the girl looked very guilty, you know? Just doing a little bit of the smurf. The smirk, like you know damn well what you did type smirk. So I have a big feeling that she cheated. I'm just saying, you know, I'm calling my shots right now. You know, if I fail, then hey, I owe my viewers 20 bucks. You know, how about that? And if I get it right, y'all owe me a subscribe button. All right, hit the subscribe button if I get this right. You know, you better keep up the end of the deal. And then the girl also said that she or he wasn't her type, like at all, with the sex question. So that's kind of weird. Like, if they're not your type, then why'd you get with them? Then all of a sudden she changes her mind. She's like, yeah, but then as time went on, you know, he started growing on me. Yeah, I started liking taller, bigger guys. Like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, the next prompt is, my family and friends thought I could do better.
My family liked Dane. It was more so my friends knowing of situations that we had been through.
Do you have an example?
So, you remember New Year's Eve in New Orleans? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went to a show and we came back and I had said something that upset him. He kind of threw a fit and he just walked out the door, and I ended up spending New Year's alone that night at my friend's house because everybody else was off doing stuff. So I was just kind of crying in the bed by myself and had no idea where he went just because of a small argument that had ensued earlier.
I was not the best on that New Year's, and I am very aware that her friends weren't too fond of me after that, for sure. And that was just like getting close to the end of our relationship.
On to our next prompt now. My family and friends thought I could do better. And we're starting off strong with Luna and Dane here. So let me get this straight. All right, the evidence is there. It's all over the table. You know, I just need to organize it real quick. So they came back from a show on New Year's Eve, right? That part I got right. And I guess Luna said something Dane didn't like, and he got like all pissy about it. And then he done ditched her. He done left her alone on New Year's Eve, and then she had to go to a friend's house or something. So that, you know, that's incredibly immature thing to do. If your partner says something that ticked you off the wrong way or pisses you off, whatever the fuck, talk it out. You know, that's the most mature thing to do, and it's the right thing to do, rather than just like, you pissed me off, I'm out of here. Just a recommendation. You don't gotta follow my advice, you know, I don't really care. If someone says something you don't like, just talk it out, you know, obviously not like in a public setting where everyone can hear you. You wanna wait till it's private, because talking things out in public is kind of weird. But yeah, just don't be walking out on your partner like that. That's just rude.
The next prompt is, I cheated on my ex. Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead and turn around.
See? What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? I knew she cheated. I knew her dumbass cheated. Anyways, you guys owe me a subscribe button, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And while you're down there, hit the like button, maybe the share, and also comment down below some things. Happy birthday wishes, you know, like earlier, or, you know, thoughts on this video or whatever, or the video I'm reacting to.
So we were just really young. We dated since high school. We realized that we had
very different love languages.
And then I was just always constantly searching that in other people
How
after.
did you find out?
It was like a friend that we hung out with in a group for I think like about 3 years or so. She talked to him and he talked to her behind my back. So then the girl that was with that guy at that time, I found out from her because she sent me messages that they deleted. It hurt like really, really, really bad because I'm a guy of respect, you know, and then that's kind of disrespecting me.
And you were in love with her?
Yeah, I was. I mean, she was my first, and then I thought she was my last too.
What was it that made you want to cheat on him?
I think it was just more environmental factors, like how I am with my family. Like I'm just like this perfect person. And then I think I always wanted to like self-destruct, self-sabotage. But he was like literally everything I ever had. Like he was the best person, like best boyfriend. He treated me right. Like our love language was very different, but like, I mean, he loved me and I know that he loved me, but then I don't know what happened, and that's my biggest regret.
Sorry if that clip ran a little long there. If it didn't, then great, but I don't know if I'm gonna cut anything out from that clip because I feel like everything needs to be said for context and stuff. So we got a lot to unpack here. Where do we even begin? As the evidence lies here in front of me. It's in my head. I'm crazy. So she cheated because of, I believe, 2 different reasons. One is different love languages, quote unquote. I think love languages are bullshit, to be honest. Like, I think that's the most dumb excuse ever. And then the other one was she's self-destructive, like self-sabotaging herself, or that she has self-sabotage tendencies. You could have self-sabotaging tendencies, but also not fuck up a relationship. I'm just saying, like, you can fuck it up in other ways, but cheating? Come on. You know, don't give me that. Okay, well, let's backtrack a bit with the love languages thing. They had different love languages, right? And then she tried to search for those other languages that maybe she didn't feel to other men, from other men, sorry. First off, you're already borderline cheating, doing that. Like, if you feel like some of your needs aren't met, you know, maybe communicate that first and foremost, you know, instead of immediately searching that factor from other men. You know, that's just, you know, respect, right? Communication, respect, that's the number 2 most important things in relationships. So for her to just seek out other qualities in other men is a bitch thing to do, to put it blunt. And like, bro, his friend broke the bro code. Like, you know they're in a relationship. Why are you talking to his girlfriend like that? Like, flirtatious and stuff, you know? Like, that's fucked up. I hope they stop being friends after that, because, you know, bro played him like a fiddle. And I remember this guy said she was my first, and I thought she was going to be my last. That's crazy. That's the deepest thing that I've ever heard this year, and the year just started. But at the end, I feel like he's kind of desperate. Like, no offense, like, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. Because he said, the host was like, oh, do you think there's a chance that you guys might amend things and, you know, go back to dating? He was like, yeah, there's a chance.
Is there a chance?
I mean, there's always a possibility.
I'm just like, why? You know, like, don't you respect, you're a man of respect, right? You need to respect yourself the most. So for you to say, oh, there's a chance I could get back with this cheater. Cheater's gonna cheat, man. She did it once, she's gonna do it again. You know, I'm just saying. And her reasons for cheating are fucking stupid. Like, they're not even good, you know? If you're gonna cheat, give me one good reason. And it better be fucking good. Not just a dumbass, oh, I got mental issues. Oh, you know, you weren't treating me right. Despite not, you know, communicating about it. So fucking stupid, man.
The next prompt is, since our separation, I've been with someone who is better in bed. So Jen, after the breakup, there was someone else who was even better.
So like when I was with him, like that's the best I ever had. But then like when we broke up, like I was with someone that like
really loved me, like really like
just gave me everything like in the short amount of time that like for 8 years, I couldn't even feel with him. So that's why I think that their sex was better in the sense that it was like love. But I think that's what I was missing from him was like, I couldn't receive love the way that he gave.
We're back with this Jennifer bitch. So she said something that's very conflicting. She said that the ex-boyfriend was like the best she's ever had, right? But then she found someone better. So how could you top best, you know? You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, oh, he was the best I ever had. But then after that, I found someone better at sex, and I just felt more of that love. And I just couldn't feel that from him. I'm like, so if he's the best, then how did you find someone better? You know? I just think that's like, very contradicting. And I don't know, I don't like her mindset. I don't like her thought process on these things, you know? And you could say, oh, she's young. Yeah, I'm young too. I'm fucking 22, And I think this is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Luna, so the trust wasn't fully ever there.
In the beginning it was, and there was an incident where I was using his phone as a flashlight and a girl texted him saying, come cuddle. And he swore that nothing sexual had happened to cause that. And whether I told myself I believed him or not, I just never could really come back from it.
Anything you want to say to that?
Yeah, so like that was out of the blue for me as well. That was my girl best friend at the time.
Shut your fucking mouth!
But no, yeah, it was a random come cuddle, and she knew that I was with Luna, and like it was just like a
Dane said
thing
she was doing it on purpose
Yeah,
to
I
try,
think she's
so
doing
I
it
could
on
see it
purpose.
and get jealous to try and get at me.
All right, back with Luna and Dane. Kind of missed them, but they're back now. So this is quite the interesting story. So Luna here used his phone as a flashlight, right? Looking for something that's normal. Then all of a sudden, Dane's girl best friend, right? Girl best friend, air quotes, texted, come cuddle. Get out! You mean to tell me that your girl best friend just randomly out of the blue texts, come cuddle? And according to Dane here, the best friend had full knowledge that he was with Luna and just wanted to get a reaction, make her jealous. First off, that's not a fucking friend, that's an enemy. And second off, if you were really just best friends with this girl, why did they text come cuddle? That's just a really weird thing to text as a friend. So I feel like there was more to that relationship than just best friends, So who knows? Maybe Dane cheated too. Just don't want to admit it. Just saying.
The next prompt is, I've recently cried thinking about my ex. We recently cried over Jen, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not just one time. It was like multiple times since we.
How about you?
Well, probably all the time, so probably like last week or something. We always try to talk about like getting back together because like we're like almost 30 now. Like we should have like
family and kids, or I mean, like, it's expected of me to have family.
Fuck me, dude. Recently cried about their ex. So we're back with Mai and Jennifer, right? So Mai crying, I think that makes sense. His heart was crushed, and it still is. It clearly shows that he hasn't moved on yet. Considering that he wants to get back with her? Like, my guy. Pun intended. Again, have some self-respect, man. And then back with Jennifer. She cried thinking about Mai. No, don't give me that fucking bullshit. You left him. You know what you fucking did, right? Sure, you could regret it, but still, you know full well what you did. And, I'm sorry. I'm getting so frustrated with this fucking bitch, I swear. And then she also wants to go back with him and start a family? Huh? So you mean to tell me that you cheated on this bitch, or this man, sorry, no, he's not a bitch, I apologize. You cheated on this man and you found someone better than him at sex because apparently this person gave you love. You felt that love. And then now you want to go back to your ex and start a family? Fuck no. Fuck you with that shit, man.
Next prompt is, I loved my ex more than they loved me.
I mean, I thought I knew what love was. I thought I loved him, but of course, like if you love someone, you don't really go and do that. And I would say like now I feel like I appreciate and love him more. So roles have been reversed now, but before it was definitely him loving me a lot more.
I'm sorry, what? You love him more than he loves you now? What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean? I think she probably thinks that because he hates her guts right now, right? Because he got cheated on. That just seems so fucked up to say, Like after knowing what you did to this guy, and then now you're saying, oh no, I think I love him more than he loves me. Like, Are you thinking? Is that brain turned on? Cause clear? You mean to tell me you're almost 30? Your frontal lobe's already fucking grown, and you still think like that? Really? Really? I can't with this bitch.
Luna, Dane, you both say yes, you both loved each other more.
You know, in a relationship, you're physical with your partner. You tell them that they're cute, amazing, and that you love them. You always reassure them how much they mean to you. And I never got any of that from Luna, which made me really
That is
like.
a lie.
Objection!
Apparently
That is
that's
not
a lie,
true.
but that's how I felt, and it just like threw me off in our relationship for sure.
I tried to say positive things to you, but if you didn't hear them, that's...
What was it you didn't hear? Like,
Things that made me feel appreciated or important, you know?
Actions speak louder than words. I feel like I made more sacrifices for our relationship, and I just don't like felt like I didn't feel like my energy was matched by Dane. You like telling me you love me and I'm beautiful doesn't equate to me asking you for help in a certain area of our relationship and like over and over and over again.
I definitely feel like
You
I made
ignore what I'm
sacrifices that
saying.
went unnoticed in our relationship still, and you still don't even notice them.
what kind of
Okay, like
sacrifices?
what?
Like moving all the way from Florida to live in Alabama so she could be closer to her family. And
You're the one who like you wanted to move in together the most. You wanted to make that move initially.
I think you wanted to make the move the most, but I don't want to do this right now.
I'm the one who got the apartment. I went and worked, and I
didn't
found
go work
them.
at all or make any money or put in or contribute to any of that.
I know you did a lot, but I just felt like I did feel like I was doing more.
Did you feel like you were doing more?
I didn't feel like I was doing more. I felt like we were equally like striving for something.
felt like it was
I
equal.
feel like it was equal for a while there, but until I realized that she didn't feel the same way, and then I stopped trying as hard.
We're back with Luna and Dean here. Wow, quite the argument over here. So they both think they loved each other more than the other person. So Dean was like, or Dane, sorry. Dane was like, oh, I think I loved her more because I always told her these things, like I always reassured her, I gave her compliments. And then it falls back to the whole different love languages thing. I guess he's more of the word of affirmation kind of guy. And I think Luna's more of like, you know, actions speak louder than the words kind of person. I feel like, you know, for these type of love languages, you know, these type of like stuff, you guys should communicate that, you know, in the beginning of the relationship, right? So that way, you know, like, okay, this person appreciates more of these things, and then, you know, I appreciate more of these things. It's just so you guys can meet up with each other in the middle, right? So maybe Luna could give more compliments, and then Dane over here can do some more actions that might please Luna, right? And I think later down the line, Dane thought the necessary sacrifice that he made, they were talking about sacrifices and stuff, and then Dane was like, yeah, I made a pretty big sacrifice for you. I moved all the way to another state for you, or to live with you and stuff, right? I left my family and stuff. And Luna was like, that was your decision, right? She hit him with the Uno reverse card. I don't know, like, the whole story, so I don't want to like jump the gun right now, because obviously there's two conflicting perspectives. From what I can gather, right? And just based on Luna's expressions and stuff, I feel like Dane moved out to her state and lived with her, right? And that was it, you know? Like, after he moved to her, he was like, all right, this is the best sacrifice I've ever made. I'm gonna stop trying now. And then Luna had to do all the work. I'm getting that vibe. But obviously, I'm not too sure. There's not a lot of story and context, and it's just too many different perspectives. So, but that's just my theory.
Dane, so you made significant sacrifices that you felt went unnoticed.
Most definitely, like me moving all the way from Florida just to come live with you in Alabama.
But that was something you told me you wanted to do.
Because you said you wanted me to do it, and I made that sacrifice to be away from my family so you could stay with yours. And it didn't mean anything to you.
It did, and that's why I tried so hard to keep everything we had going. And
I did too.
by that time, that's when our relationship definitely started to fail, and that's when I feel like you stopped caring as much. Maybe, you might have been depressed because you moved away, and I understand that. I get that, but...
And you didn't bother to be there for me or ask me if I was okay at all,
I did all the time. You didn't
No, you were always just, like, nagging me to do things.
You felt like the move was a big enough sacrifice, was to show your love.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, I put us on this really dope catering gig, and I got us both these dope jobs.
Just because you moved to where I was doesn't mean you don't have to uphold your end of the relationship anymore.
And I still upheld my end of the relationship. You just stopped noticing me.
Luna, so like what specifically were like these, like the adult things that you wanted him to do that he wasn't doing?
It was simple things like, can you wash your clothes? Can you pick up after yourself? Can you after you finish cooking, can you help clean up? But
it was like such a thing.
wasn't even.
Like I could like finish like a bowl of cereal and put the cereal bowl in the sink and just run to the bathroom real quick. 'Cause, you know, it's hard to do things when you gotta use the bathroom. And she'd immediately be like, "You didn't wash your freaking dishes." And that just like
This
was
kind of stuff just
super
happened
annoying.
so many
It's
times.
just, like,
That's
such
by
a
the
quick
time it
thing,
was
like-
like, yeah, it was just, I was over it. It was just always up to me to make sure that things got done. And I feel like that was unsaid in our relationship, but that was the way it was.
In your mind, that's the way it was.
Luna and Dane, back at it again. We got more to unpack here. We got more story, y'all. We got more lore. So we're back at the whole sacrifices thing, and Dane still thinks that the biggest sacrifice he made was to move to Alabama from Florida, away from his family, so that Luna can stay with her family. Which, you know, yeah, you could say that is a sacrifice. Yes, you know, you moved, you know, from another state, you know, or to another state, but from what Luna is saying, which my theory was right, because my theory was, I feel like he just moved to the other state and stopped doing anything, which, to what Luna is saying, is, you know, it's true. He moved and then he started acting like a kid. Didn't clean after himself, didn't do his own laundry. If you're gonna move in with someone, you still have to take care of yourself, you know? And then his excuse for like not doing the dishes and stuff was like, oh, it's cause, you know, I put the dishes in the sink and I had to go use the bathroom, and then she'll start nagging at me. If this happens like so often, I feel like you didn't really have to go to the bathroom, you know? If it becomes like a pattern, I feel like that's just an excuse at that rate. Like if it's a one or two, like once, twice, whatever, it's whatever. But the fact that Luna saw it became a pattern, I don't think bro has to use the bathroom no more.
And Mia, you're on yes as well. You also feel like you made significant sacrifices that weren't appreciated?
I think like emotional labor.
No, I
Emotional
don't.
labor?
No idea what you're talking about. I honestly cannot imagine a single sacrifice you made for our relationship.
Like it was like either it's gonna happen your way or it's not gonna happen at all. Bottoming is like not something I wanna do all the time. And like I had to in order to be intimate with you. And there was no like equalness to that whatsoever. And I like was trying to be respectful of the fact that like you weren't comfortable with your body at the time, which is why I did it. But I'm saying that's like a lot of emotional labor to like go through.
The intimacy, yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't see it that way because I had such like gender confusion. It was insane. And what was going on inside of my brain and how I felt about myself was
Worlds larger than anything that you could have been experiencing because you couldn't go down on me. I'm being honest.
like, there's no way in the world that you felt as intensely about that as I felt as intensely about how shitty I felt about my body.
You're literally telling me that how I felt about it doesn't matter because it pales in comparison to your journey with
It's not that it doesn't matter, but what are you sacrificing from not talking to me?
It was like my first queer relationship,
Yeah, of
and I was
course.
figuring things out. And so it was like my identity and my room for growth was not a thing that could happen because of like exterior circumstances, and that sucked for me. And I felt like you only wanted me to be a very specific version of myself that was in the way that you could have it. And I had to put everything that I was to the side to accommodate that.
So we're back with Ray and Mia. And Ray has, that was the most gaslighting thing I've ever heard. So Mia felt like she had to sacrifice. She's trying to discover herself, right? And I think she said that was her first queer relationship. So, you know, there's a lot to discover. You know, you're still learning. I guess Mia felt like she had to sacrifice that chunk of discovery just to please Ray and just always be bottom, you know? And Ray's excuse, or Ray's reasoning was, listen, the amount of like gender identity crisis I was going through tops whatever you were feeling, all right? Like whatever you felt is nothing compared to what I felt. Like what? What do you mean? That is the craziest thing to say to someone. Like, I don't care if they're your ex or your friend, whoever, that's the wildest thing to say to someone.
Next prompt is, I wish my ex and I were still together. Say yes, you wanna get back together?
If there were a maybe, I would say maybe, but there's a lot to work on.
And if you could just get the love languages right, you think you could be together?
Yeah. And the infidelity, yeah.
I think so, because I feel like everyone here, like, the reason why we're not together is because, like,
Everyone's communication is so different. Like it's
My goodness, you know, buddy, you can't keep chasing the cheater. So I know he said if there was a maybe, you know, I'd be on maybe, but still, you shouldn't be on maybe. You should be on no. You know what she did to you, and clearly you haven't moved on. Just based on his reactions to certain questions, his answers and stuff, I know for a fact he hasn't moved on, and this cheating thing really crushed him. My guy needs to improve on his self-respect, and I know he said that there's a lot of things he needs to improve on, and that's one of them. And then for Jen, she wants to get back with Mai. I don't think she deserves him because he's too pure. He's too innocent for Jennifer's bitchy ass bitch. I don't know. I really don't like this Jennifer person. She uses love languages as an excuse for her actions a lot. And love languages is not an excuse for anything. You want to know how to avoid love language conflicts? By talking to them. Who would have thought talking to my partner could fix a lot of my problems? I don't know. I feel like her answers to a lot of these questions is very disrespectful to Mai. Like, am I the only one that thinks that? Like, the way she answers questions and like tries to excuse her actions is so like fucked up. And I don't know if petty's the right word for that. I'll think of something for another word, but it's fucked up, that's for sure. I hope Jen learns from this. I hope she doesn't do it again, obviously, but for them to get back together, that's a no-go. All right, you gotta move on too. And the fact that she wants to be with him again because she wants to start a family. Like, that's the most selfish fucking reason I've ever heard.
The next prompt is, my ex has a quality that will be really hard to find in someone else. Okay, go ahead and turn around.
All right, I don't want to make it seem like I'm attacking Jennifer like all the time, which she deserves. She deserves all the attacks right now. My ex has a quality that will be really hard to find in someone else, and she's on yes. Apparently not. You did the cheating thing, right? Remember that? I don't know if you remember that. Listen, okay, maybe she feels bad about it. All right, maybe she really regrets it for sure. And are my attacks just being brutal now? Am I just being an asshole? Possibly, but like, she cheated. On a good man too. Like, bro did nothing wrong besides like not meeting up with standards here and there, like love languages. I haven't complimented you enough. Oh no. I don't know. The whole love language bullshit excuse is just really is digging at me. I hate it.
The next prompt is, I'm ready to ask you in this studio right now, will you take me back? Okay, everybody, go ahead and turn around.
Whew. All right, that was the final question. Everyone's on no. Thank the Lord Jesus Christ. I thought Mai and Jen were gonna be on yes. I would have crashed out so hard. This would have been the biggest crash out of 2026. But other than that, that's it for the video. We made it through the end. Did we learn a lot of things today? I hope we did. What did we learn, class? Say it with me. Communication is important. Good job. But yeah, that's it for today's video. This video really pissed me off. But I also had a good time with it. If I didn't talk like a lot about other couples, it's because I didn't really have much to say. I thought there was nothing to say about it. It was just, they had the gripes, they had the reasons. That's it. It's just, it would have been like small notes, so nothing worthy to record. It's like Priscilla and Victor, the guy with the mustache. I don't know if he's gonna be seen in the clips that I showcase, but the girl in the red blouse or the red like tank top thing, if I remember correctly, and then Victor with the beard or the mustache. I thought they were normal. They had their reasons, and it's whatever. And then Ray and Mia, I didn't really comment a lot because I was just like, they had their reasons too. I mean, besides the fact that Ray gaslighted Mia, that was kind of crazy. Other than that, I didn't really have much to say about them. It was really just Luna, Dane, Mai, and Jennifer, specifically Jennifer. But yeah, that's it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, or subscribe if you haven't. And let's have some discussions in the comment below. Always be respectful. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.